Hubnut Diary. I am in a slowly rising Citroen GSA. We're in Giselle. I'm hoping to fall back in love with this car on this trip. We're driving all the way to the east coast of England. We're going over to Ipswich. It's going to take a few days. I'm going up to Staffordshire first to do a road test today. Sunbeam Alpine, looking forward to that. Tomorrow we're at Chevronic to hopefully get that hydraulic leak sorted out. And Saturday, might end up at the Field of Dreams on Saturday. Sunday we're at East Coast Retros in Ipswich. Monday I'm meeting up with JM of JM on Cars, and then I'm coming back home on Tuesday just in time for a speed awareness course. So let's check the figures before we go. So remember this, people, 80802 is where our mileage is starting today. I'll take a bit of choke off now. Just settling down a bit. The alternator light is flashing away as it always has done. Even two previous owners have lived with that, so I'm just living with it as well. But yeah, we're going to cover a lot of miles in this rather fantastic car. Just at Pontewood, where I'm going to refuel. There's a very nice Triumph and a Porsche Boxster here. There's a TR4A or a TR5. I'm not sure how you tell the difference from looking. But yeah, the TR5 has a 6-cylinder engine, so that is a tasty meatball, as they say. I'm holding my new phone mount, which proved to be utter rubbish. In fact, I'll see if I can release you from it. Just bought this from the Carphone warehouse. Stuck it to the dashboard because it's got one of those gluey bottoms, and it lasted about 5 miles before falling off. So we'll try windscreen next, and I might actually be able to shoot some footage as I go along. But yeah, disappointing. Phone mount's rubbish. I could have got one from Halfords, but that was like twice the price, and there's no guarantee with these things that it'd work any better. It's frustrations of my life, mobile phone mounts. Alright, see how long you remain attached to the windscreen. Oh, hello. Just have an Audi try and drive into me. Bombing into the petrol station. And TR4A is coming this way by the look of it. He's got stuck behind a truck. So yeah, it was a 4A, first of the independent rear suspended TRs, but still with a 4-cylinder engine. Just like a quick chat, which is very nice. Commending each other on our cars, I think. But yeah, Ipswich still a long way away. But like I said, we're off to Staffordshire now. Drive a Sunbeam Alpine. Should get there about 2 o'clock. And then I've got to get down to Hitchin, which is where I'll be going to Chevronics tomorrow. See if we can finally get rid of that hydraulic leak. And might conduct a little road test while I'm there. So fun times, on we go. A fine place to pause here in Staffordshire. We've now got to drive 113 odd miles to Hertfordshire, to my Airbnb for the night. And yeah, this is what's going on in here. We've got the new mount, charge packs, because the 12-volt power outlet doesn't work. In fact, I better plug you in right now, and we better carry on our way. Well, I'm fast learning that this mount is rubbish. I can't actually put it where it needs to be. It's not very adjustable. But we've done 250 miles since refueling this morning. So we're getting on for the miles. I think we've probably done another 30 miles on top of that, so that'll be 245 miles, almost 250. By the time we get to our accommodation, it'll be a 250 mile day. I just pulled into some services because I was kind of assuming I would have to do fast food, and I am doing fast food, but not quite how I expected. I was expecting to have to go all golden arches or something. Sorry, some of my dinner is escaping. But I've ended up with a burrito. It is a chicken burrito, and this seems a most agreeable form of fast food. Just 4 miles covered today, but Giselle is undergoing work. We're finding more things going wrong, so that's often the way with these things, but we're gradually improving her, so she's hopefully going to be better. And yes, that is a Singer SM up there. What a car. Can you even tell my GSA is running? That's quite the transformation going on there. that was our visit to Chevronic, and I would say that was very useful. It did cost money, these things often do, but yeah, the difference, I hadn't even noticed. Well, I had noticed the engine was starting to run badly, and we managed to diagnose that inlet manifold gasket, squirt the old WD-40. So that might be a spoiler, I'm not sure when I'm putting the video out of actually visiting, but yeah, that was well worth it. I think this car will be transformed in the way it drives now. Right, I need to get off to my hotel room then, so I'm going to do that now, and tomorrow a little visit to the Field of Dreams before heading to Ipswich. So yeah, it's all good fun. Oh, just listen to that engine. We are on day 3 of this trip. Just filled up again, 281 miles. Work out the MPG at some point later to be announced. But yeah, that's us over 300 miles for this road trip in total. And Giselle is driving better than ever, and I think now I really am falling back in love with this car again, because it has become so pleasant to drive. So good times. We have the economy figure. She's doing 41 MPG at the moment, and she's found a friend. So here at the Field of Dreams, we've managed to do a video comparing the two cars, so that'll be coming on the main channel at some point. But yeah, just as magical as it always is here at the Field of Dreams. But sadly, I must push on. I need to get myself and Giselle to Ipswich for East Coast Retros. It is now Sunday. Was that day 4 of this trip? And as you can see, Giselle has had a wash, so she's quite shiny as we get ready for East Coast Retros. The camera is in the bag, but look at this, it's a Vauxhall Cavalier estate. So familiar to Australian viewers as the Holden Chimera, and these bodies actually came from Australia and they brought them over here to turn them into Cavaliers, or Opel Asconas in this case. Wow. I've been chased out of the event by the police. See you again. Right, I'm getting out of here. I'm on the run from the law.
Continue on B1456 for 5
Google
miles.
lady. So that was a very enjoyable East Coast Retros meet. That was just absolutely splendid. I'm sorry about the wonky angle. This rubbish camera mount strikes again. But now we're off to see Laurie's Mechanical Marvels and have a poke around his shed. Before I finally head down to Colchester, because I'm meeting JM tomorrow to have a nose around his cars and have a chat with him, and then we can finally make our way back home. So today's Sunday, should get home Tuesday morning. It is day 5 of this trip. It is now Monday. Did go to see Laurie's Mechanical Marvels yesterday, but it was very difficult to film there without giving away any of their future content. So in the end, we just had a chat, and they showed me around. Very interesting. So Laurie's Mechanical Marvels, do keep an eye on their channel. Interesting content is heading your way. But I'm here at a premiere in Colchester. Giselle is out in the car park. Today we're going to head off to meet JM of JM on Cars. He came to the Brooklyn Social, so I'm quite keen to work out why, because I kind of thought our channels had no crossover, although then he test drove a Vanden Plas Allegro, and I thought maybe we have more in common than we thought. So it's going to be quite interesting. And then I start a long journey home. Going to break up the journey with a stop in the Midlands area, because I just don't fancy over 300 miles in a day when you've been working in the morning. So yeah, should be good. I had an absolutely splendid day with JM of JM on Cars. Really nice. We did some shooting of each other's cars. We had a little chat. I've had to pay attention a bit because this road is a lot of fun. I came along this road in his car earlier. I'm not sure I was having quite as much fun as I am having now. Very entertaining. Poor Giselle on her door handles. Did discover the oil level was low today, which is a bit alarming. She took a litre of oil to get her back up to the top mark, so that's not great. I'm going to have to keep an eye on her a bit more closely. embarrassingly, that's the first time I've checked the oil in 400 miles of motoring. Maybe it's because I spanked the arse off it like this. But yeah, I'm now heading to Cannock. I'm overnighting in Cannock tonight. A different chain of hotels because I'm utterly fed up with Premier Inn's woeful Wi-Fi. Premier Inn, the Wi-Fi is either terrible or you can upgrade it to mildly less terrible for £5. But actually this morning what I found is my laptop couldn't connect to any of their Wi-Fi. So that was disheartening. Might be time to start thinking about going 4G or something. Well, 5G exists in some places, not rural Wales, it doesn't. But yeah, I need a better solution, I think, because I can't upload videos if I haven't got Wi-Fi. But there we go. Heading to Cannock, should get to Cannock about 5:30 tonight, so just in time for dinner. So grab a bite to eat. I won't need too much because me and JM just had a very, very delicious lunch in a very, very old pub. And so yeah, I don't think I need dinner, just a snack tonight. And then it would be video editing, I'm afraid. I've got the visiting Chevronics in this car to edit tonight, so there's not really an awful lot of downtime on these trips. I tried to have a bit of restful time last night, even this morning. Get up, have a bit of breakfast, do some video editing. I can't complain. I absolutely love this life. I love it. But to all those who think it isn't work, it's a lot of work. But anyway, I'm waffling. I've no idea where I'm going. I better probably check the sat nav. You can just see out the back. This is the A14. I've not been along here since they improved it. It used to be there was a horrible mess around Cambridge, horrible mess of loads of junctions around Huntingdon, and then when you got to the end of the A14, the M6, M1 interchange, that was chaos. All the traffic from the east of England funneled through one tiny little tunnel. It was awful. Now they fixed that quite some time ago now. Cat 4 interchange has been vastly improved. I've been there a few times, but I've never done this run. And it's very boring, there isn't much to see, so don't worry, you're not missing out. The flatlands of Cambridgeshire, there's just not a lot to see, but it is nice to just be able to keep a cruise up and just, yeah, just waft along. Here we go then, it's quite early in the morning, but it's time for the final push home. I've stayed in a fairly terrible Oyo hotel here in Cannock. I don't think I'll be doing that again. Homeward bound. Well, it's not a very good view of it, but we are back in Wales. Yeah, it's always nice to be back. Still got about 2 hours until I'm home though, because we've got to cross Wales entirely. But still, it's a nice drive. I'm going to stop for tea soon. Just stop for a refuel. Downsides of running this car on E5, I'm using LE the 2CV to experiment with E10 fuel. I'm running the rest of the fleet on E5, but it cost over £50 to fill the tank on Giselle because the fuel was £1.51 per litre, and that's quite a lot. That's about 12p more than they were charging for E10. And it doesn't help. I suppose I've always got the fact that I could drive this car more gently and then it would be more economical and that would make up for it. Sadly, last time I filled up I didn't reset the trip, so my fuel economy calculations have gone out the window. But there you are. It is now 7:23 in the morning, so we're making good progress. I thought I'd start early to avoid the traffic, really. I didn't want to be in the Midlands during rush hour, and that worked very well. We got to jump on the traffic, the sun has now come up, it's turning into a beautiful day. I'm sorry this is all very, very man talks at phone, but such is the nature of hub notes. As you just saw in that previous clip, it's very difficult to give you a view of everything else while I'm driving along. The main camera gear is all packed. I use the main camera gear for the main videos. If I start trying to shoot hub notes on the main camera gear, it all gets very, very confusing. And that's the thing, if you want to be a successful YouTuber, you have to streamline things, and you've got to pump videos out regularly, and so therefore you want to keep your editing to a minimum, unless really fancy editing is your thing. I mean, some people do amazing edits, and fair play to them, but if you actually want to make it work financially, you've got to speed everything up as much as possible. I'm uncomfortable if I spend more than an hour editing a video, so that's why my videos are quite choppy quite often. There isn't really time to smooth things out. Anyway, I'm almost at Moo's Cafe, and I'm going to stop for a cup of tea. No, I won't be stopping at Moo's for tea, they're not open. What? 7:30 in the morning, they're not open. I guess they're not going for the truck traffic. Oh, there's a truck. That's a big truck. Big old daff. Okay, I'll try and find tea somewhere else. Still no tea. We're 10 miles further down the road after filling up, and yeah, no tea. The next choice was also closed, which I find bizarre. It goes to prove how difficult life is for trucks, because especially here in Wales, there aren't many places for them to stop. You know, toilet breaks, food breaks, whatever. I know they were having a lot of issues during lockdown, because a lot of you know, fast food restaurants were drive-through only. You can't drive through a drive-through in a truck. They don't allow it, and nor do they allow you to walk through and pretend to be a car, because you're a truck and you don't fit down the drive-through. So yeah, sympathy for truckers today, because this is infuriating. I want a cup of tea. Downside of air-cooled cars, the temperature has dropped below 10 degrees this morning, and the heater output is nothing at all, and I haven't got the grill blind. Someone kindly sent me a grill blind. I think I might even have purchased it from Chevronic, and I don't have it with me, so that's my own stupid fault. It is really cold. That's a miscalculation on my part. We are definitely heading into water. Going to be getting up to about 20 degrees today, though, so it's going to warm up later. But brr, Llanidloes, where I used to have my old unit. In terms of mileage, I've forgotten what our start mileage was, but I think we're getting on for about 800 miles somehow. No, surely not. Yeah, I've just confirmed it. We are over 800 miles on this trip. Blimey, I know I've been all over the place, hardly took a direct route, but yeah, we really have been covering some miles. This is the 6th day of the trip, and we've still got about another 50 miles to go. Oof, 870 miles later, we are in Newquay. Beautiful Newquay. It's looking quite splendid today. But yeah, Giselle's been going really well. So I've just recorded the ending of the Chevronic video, but this is also the ending of this Hub Notes vlog. We have covered a lot of miles in this car, and I'm very pleased to say I think I've fallen in love with this car again. Part of that is the credit of Chevronic, the way she now drives. She drives better than she did, but also she's such a good car for distance. I was thinking, you know, would I have wanted to do that journey in a 1.3 Escort or Astra? No, I don't think I would. This car just sails along serenely at motorway speed. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, we shall see you in a future Hub Notes vlog, no doubt, or on the main channel.